Today we are going to talk about how genetic variation is imperfect and a source of genetic variation. We're going to start by talking about how the processing of genetic material is imperfect and the source of genetic variability. And mutations may occur in meiosis. We'll start with prophase 1, in which crossing over occurs between sister chromatids and the exchange of corresponding segments of DNA occurs in which genes are crossed over, and this is the source of genetic variability. It's genetic variability because crossing over is random. Therefore, any genes can be passed on, and this allows for an example of two people, one with black eyes and one with green eyes. The green-eyed person has black hair and the black-eyed person has red hair. With crossing over, when the genes are crossed, they can have an offspring with green eyes and red curly hair, and that is once again an example of genetic variability. The offspring could actually, since it is random, could end up with blue eyes even though neither of the parents have that. So in this process of meiosis, it starts with a diploid cell, and then these are then split into 4 haploid gametes, known as the little ends. And when the female gamete and male gamete, which is the sperm, the female gamete is the egg, when those go together, they create a zygote, which is 2N. And then this goes on to form the offspring, which will then lead to an adult. And this process is then repeated This process produces various genetic variation because the male gamete and the female gamete are always different with different genetic codes, therefore creating genetic variation which may often or sometimes result in mutations, but that is a process of meiosis and how genetic variation